Ground zero. The point on the ground vertically beneath or above the point of detonation of an atomic or thermonuclear bomb. This is ground zero in an experiment on US military personnel during the Nevada test period. After detonation on ground level, a rotating funnel forms showing the typical structure of a vortex in early stage of rotation. On ground zero, all standing structures vertically above the center of explosion are evaporated, while the pyroclastic base surge is forming on ground level, expanding under pulverized rock and construction material cover an area of about 3 miles in diameter. An underground nuclear explosion ejects a massive amount of material which can be efficiently channeled through a standing structure by forming a nuclear chimney. The outshooting material clearly shows the formation of squibs which destroy any standing structure from within, adding force to the intense destructive radiation energy. Evaporation of the structure and overpressure will build up a shock wave of solid dust racing ahead and energized by the heated air layers above the center of explosion. This pyroclastic flow or pyroclastic density current is a fast-moving current of hot gas and rock. Pyroclastic flows normally spread laterally under gravity if no obstacle is in its way. Radioactivity will be absorbed if the evaporated structure contains a high amount of steel as the formation of stable ion isotopes takes place. The effervescent, intense dust cloud will lose its energy after traveling a few miles, rising to several hundred feet before dissolving. Evaporation of the inner steel core columns deprives the target building of all supporting elements, thus free fall of the structure is achieved and a hot pyroclastic dust wave released. The base surge seen forming here continues to grow. This close-up view was taken from street level less than 1 mile from ground zero. 60 seconds after detonation, the mushroom clouds start forming. This view gives a better picture of the mass of material moved by the underground explosion and the early stages of cloud formation, the main cloud rising over 1 mile above the peninsula's floor. During explosion of a small tactical nuclear device, very special characteristics can be observed. The flux of electrically charged particles interacts with the pixels of a cell phone camera. These electrically charged particles will be seen as white dots or lines by producing a short time overload in the electronics. A dancing circle of white specks around the fire globe will be seen. In addition to the dancing circle of white specks around the fire globe, an observer near enough to the center of explosion will witness intense radiation energy and blue light phenomena.
We know this worldview, the peddling of lies, that 9/11 was somehow a Jewish plot, or that the 7/7 London attacks were staged. The idea that Muslims are persecuted all over the world as a deliberate act of Western policy. The concept of an inevitable clash of civilizations.